Welcome to the FitForFifty podcast, featuring your host, Lee Phillips.
Good evening. So apologies for the kind of deeper voice thing that seems to be happening right now. Don't know why that is. But here we are, bit of a deeper voice. Going for the sexy approach. Failing miserably. Or failing spectacularly, actually. So I just finished a job. My real job, or my day-to-day living, is a wedding videographer. I may have said that in previous episodes. I can't remember that far back. But yes, I was just filming a wedding today at Western House, along with Carly and Lorna at Pearl and Plum. So that was pretty good. Congratulations, Chris and Barbara, the new Mr. and Mrs. Watson. So this was slightly different to the norm. So my normal wedding day is I'm there from prep, so maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, right the way through to the third dance, which can range from 8:15 to 9:15, depending on how much we're running to time. Today I was just doing ceremony and a little bit of drone work, and it was a really good day. The weather has been fantastic. It's been very sunny. It was an outdoor ceremony, working with Jackie McDonald for the first time. She used to do kind of planning and stuff, but now she's a humanist. So yeah, it was really good. I will apologise in advance if I have to cough during this. It's just how it is. So heading back up the road to Glasgow, thought I would drop another podcast. I've stuck on the road mic, so hopefully it's a bit clearer this time. We'll wait and see. As yet, no sponsors, but that's okay. I would just like to thank McDonald's for the grilled chicken, crispy bacon and Caesar McWrap, or two of them that I had. Because I still am tracking my calories, so away from the crispy ones onto the grilled ones, because they taste infinitely better anyway. And I might have had a chicken salad as well, but anyway, that was my calories for today. And that's kind of what I want to talk about, where I've been since starting back at week one. Week one was a bit of a disaster, as far as, not necessarily as far as eating's concerned. Eating I thought was pretty decent. More so exercise and effort, I suppose, were thwarted with the old sore back. Made it through the wedding on the Sunday and started week two. So week two has been pretty successful, I would say. Starting off, and I think I mentioned this in the last the last episode, I'd had the full body massage from Scotty at Equinox 10, and honestly the movement difference was unreal. The pain was unreal as well. My back does look as if I've got bits of salami stuck to it, in the form of bruises from the cupping, but it's all helping big time. So when I came back from Naples, I was 1912. I'm down to 19.1.6. So that's £10 and 4 ounces that have dropped. If I can get my calculations right, which I believe I have. So that's not a bad start. And how that's kind of helped more was in from a group PT on Tuesday, which was a good session to get back into, and hopefully that's me back into that kind of routine of 3 to 4 to 5 sessions a week, depending on what works in the way and stuff like that as well. Excuse me, I've got a cough. I apologise. Then Tuesday afternoon, me and my youngest Alfie, we went to Flip Out, which is the indoor trampoline arena. We got our monthly memberships for that, and we went for a bounce about. Gets the heart rate up, gets jumping about on the trampolines, bit of laser quest. I won, which was good, and it was a battle royale, every man for himself, and there was 11 of us in the arena. So I kicked ass there, and I was adults included. Undefeated so far in my four trips to the laser tag. So that's pretty great boast, isn't it? I'm hoping for a trophy or a medal for that. Anyway, back on track. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday, I opted for the online session. So it's a Zoom session, and it was it was the ass class. So booty band, loads of little different exercises to improve one's posterior and all the associated muscle groups around all that. It was pretty good. Half an hour session straight, no breaks, and I really enjoyed that. And then Thursday, back in the gym session, another great one. It was tough going. And then Thursday night, I actually went to basketball for the first time since early June from the there's a nice wee Lamborghini. It was a really good session. I mean, it was too busy, but it was good to get back out and get up and down the court, get my heart rate going, test the old adductor injury, which kind of hampered me for pretty much 4 weeks between training camps in Santander and Sheffield Masters. So this is the first time I've actually been on court, and it was good. I missed it. I didn't think I'd missed it until I was there and I was playing, but it was really good. And then Friday morning was the boxing PT session. So there was 4 of us there, full house, and it's all like mini circuits. So proper get your sweat on for that. So there was the water punch bags, and then we had the water bag as well. So 3 of us were on the punch bags. The other person had the water bag, and there was a whole bunch of exercises and drills for that as well. It was really good. Followed by the customary ending, which is basically almost a wall sit. You're up against the pole, and for either 45 seconds or a minute, depending on what Scotty chooses, you have to tense your muscles and get punched in the stomach. So you go 3 minutes to that, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good to survive that week. So that's been the exercise for the week. I'm much happier with that because I'm hoping that getting into a more active routine is going to help with getting the heart rate going, the fitness in that respect, to get just back enjoying it and the motivation. I think when you're not doing as much, you've been on holiday and stuff like that, you kind of slow right down and become sluggish. And I don't want that. I want to be back up and running and fighting for a place in this squad. So first training session is the weekend of the 21st, 22nd of September. So I want to have happily lose another stone in that time. I'm hoping that's quite achievable. It's roughly 2 months, give or take a week. If I could be under 18 stone by that point, I'd be over the moon. If I'm down at 18 stone, I'd be just as happy, as long as it no longer starts with 19. And I know the actual scales themselves don't always need to read something positive. It's more about clothes fitting and losing the inches and being much better cardio wise. That's going to be the key for me. That's my biggest thing that I need to work on, is cardio, because I genuinely believe that from a stamina point of view, getting up and down the court, if I can beat guys up and down the court consistently, I'm going to be in a much better position as far as chances to get on the team, because that's what they're looking for when you're up against these European teams. And in next year's case, it's going to be a world team, so you're going to have guys from all over the globe, all around the flat earth that's round. it's so important, because whilst you might be marking somebody that's 4 or 5 inches taller than you, which is a nightmare when you're 6'4" and supposed to be tall, but if you're marking a 7-footer, if you can get ahead of them in the race up the court, then it doesn't matter how tall they are, you can beat them. That's much better. And I think that's one of the things that I've just kind of worked out or learned, as much as that's the biggest thing that always seems to impact some of the GB teams. Not all of them, don't get me wrong, I'm not tarring everyone with the same brush, but yeah, people, fitness is key. You can't just rely on your skill set or your height to be successful in these games. You need to have almost an all-round package. Your skills, your moves, but fitness, as well as your own basketball IQ. So a lot to work on over the next few months before camp, and the next camp, and the next camp, and potentially a trip to Murcia. If the 50s are going to Murcia, then I would love to be part of that. So we'll see, lots to do, and I'm just going to keep working on it, and working on my eating. I've got a whole bunch of clothes in my wardrobe that I can't fit into. I was acting, when was it, last Friday, and I mentioned that in the last episode, but I had this check shirt that I wanted to wear for it, because the part necessitated it. I couldn't even button that motherfucker up, and that's where you notice the difference sometimes. People look at you and go, oh, you look fine, and you know you don't feel fine in your own clothes. And as soon as that is, and I know some people are sometimes trying to be nice, and that's the right thing to say, is you look great, but if you don't feel great inside, and you don't fit the clothes that you want to fit in because they're just a bit clingy, or your man boobs are protruding more than they should do, then you've got to do something about it, and that's what I'm working on. So looking forward to this coming week, and we'll see what that brings. But yeah, guys, thanks for the folk that have started listening. Much appreciated. If there's anything you think I should be covering, or any comments you want to make about the stuff I've been talking about, if you want to know more about what I do in the video world, and before anyone says it, no to porn, I'm not shooting any porn. Unless you pay me a lot of money, then I'll consider it. But yeah, ask questions. There's a Q&A in Spotify, so put your questions in there. I might run a poll. You can do that kind of stuff. Do you like the new intro and outro? Wee bit of AI doing that. Is there something you disagree with as well? Like, I'm open for feedback. I know we always say, and I've just done it there, always say, but that's just verbal pauses. It's a comma out your mouth. But yeah, give me a follow. Share it when I put it on my socials, like the socials. All these kind of things help grow the engagement, help grow the reach, and that's something that I try to do in my daily business. So when I'm posting stuff on my Instagram or on my Facebook page or YouTube channels, it doesn't cost you anything to give something a like or a follow. It doesn't. If you leave a comment, then I'll reply, because all that stuff's engagement, and it shows you that I'm taking the time to read what you're saying. I'll reply to every comment, because that generates reach on all my stuff. It creates new views, and it helps my business. So if I can help my business, it doesn't cost you anything. The amount of shite that people share on their Facebook pages, who cares what you have for your dinner? You'll share stuff like that, or you'll share what a celebrity lip sticks out and all that crap. Who cares, right? I don't. You might care, but these guys are multi-millionaires, and you'll do it for them, but then your friend has got a local business, you don't bother sharing it. It makes a massive difference when you see somebody sharing your posts. So that's why I'm trying to encourage people to do that via this as well. So I will talk about it. If you're wanting links to any of my work, it's difficult to post links and things like I can try and do it in the show notes, as we call them. Whether they actually work as hyperlinks, I don't know, but I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know how long I've been talking, but it's long enough. So I appreciate you listening. Have an awesome weekend, whatever you're up to, and take care for now.
Thank you for listening, and remember, clean your teeth.